Oh, Christ. Oh, God, Christ, damn it.
I no longer wish to do the show. Go to rebroadcast.
Go to rebroadcast.
FML. I no longer wish to do the show. Wait, hold on. What is it? Ooh, it's Friday. Okay, no problem. Showtime. Check it out. Oh, Joe all day, all night.
Experience.
Train by day,
Joe Rogan all night.
Praise God.
all day.
Hey.
Hello. Praise God.
Well, anyway, guys, on this beautiful Friday,
Praise God.
I wanted to take a look at online lecturist Joe. What's the guy's name? Joe Rogan. He's an online journalist. I want to take a look at what the hell his ass is up to, you know.
He's always up to something. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sadly.
Well, there's kids in class.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That one
Litter
of my
box.
daughter's friends goes to school with this kid who growls. He answers things with like growls and purrs.
No.
Yeah.
Real. How old is this kid?
30.
He's 12
Oh,
or 13.
sorry.
Why does he do that?
He identifies as an animal.
What, like a dog?
Oh, God damn it. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, so this is something we learned on the Joe Rogan program, a year ago? That there's kids and, warning. I want to warn everybody about this because it's disturbing what I'm about to say. There's kids in schools who are in litter boxes across the nation. It's sweeping the nation. I learned that from a Joe Rogan lecture like a year ago. Now we got this. Growling kids. And there's a guy on Reddit. What's this guy's name? Oniyume. He dug up footage of this kid. And I want to warn everybody again, this is disturbing. I'm going to play the footage of this kid. It's sick. No!
It's like,
Joe, no! Stop it.
Oh, yeah, gone ballistic. Praise God. Did they record it?
Come on. Stop, Joe.
well, in some schools, they won't allow you to wear hats in class, but they will allow you to wear cat ears.
No.
Oh my God, society's
Okay,
over.
so in What is a Woman? So I'm very, very proud to have been a part of that film. And
Praise God.
Matt Walsh is amazing. Justin Folk, the director, is amazing. I love the Daily Wire.
Yeah, they're the best.
So they talk about this, and I know it's happening. I believe it's happening. But when I hear it, still, there's a part of me
It's
that's
sick.
like, what? This is not it. We are not in a serious society anymore.
Absolutely.
The Yuri Bezmenov interview
Who?
from, I think it was 84,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
is so crazy because back then, I'm sure people were like, come on, this is nonsense.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is not.
Okay.
But if you look at it now in 2023, like, he was telling the truth.
Oh.
He has to have been telling the truth.
Absolutely.
And that the Soviet Union had planned this out for generations and that they
Right.
knew that this was going to be a 10, 20, 30-year project.
Praise God.
And it's been successful.
Oh.
And the fact that
been
these
successful.
academics, these people that we count on to think for us,
Right.
we count on to be, the shining light of intellectual discourse, they have completely fallen captive to everything that he described. And that
Right.
they are sending that out
Soviet
into the
spies.
world, this mind virus,
Yeah.
and essentially eroding all of our confidence in government, all our confidence in civil discourse, all of our confidence in our ability to get along and to understand objective reality is.
Okay, I watched hours and hours of Joe.
Praise God.
Praise God for Joe. And he cannot stop talking about this guy, Yuri Bezmenov. Every episode, we got to hear about this guy. Here's more.
It seems like it's moving further and further in that direction. And the Yuri Bezmenov thing that you brought up is really interesting because
Oh,
he didn't
God.
have any idea there was ever going to be a social media. This was all being done through
Absolutely.
academic institutions in their minds. And they
Right.
had subverted all these universities with Marxism and Leninism, and they were just teaching it to kids and
Right.
telling them that communism is the way, just no one's done it right yet. And that's what gets really crazy. And that's where Yuri Bezmenov was so brilliant
God.
in explaining
You're gonna marry him.
what's going to happen.
Oh, hell yeah, that's my boy Joe right there. Joe has reached peak Peaw mode. This whole Yuri Bezmenov thing is Joe reaching peak Peaw. Okay. Without going too into this, because it's not funny, but this guy Yuri Bezmenov, who Joe Rogan is really obsessed with, I would urge looking into him. At least read his Wikipedia, Very interesting guy. Go read about him. Who cares? Who cares? And
Praise God.
but blah, blah, blah. He defected from the Soviet Union, just started giving speeches and writing books and all this stuff. And the basic idea that Joe is taking from this guy is that, basically there's like Soviet spies, spread throughout institutions, spreading communism, and they're infecting the minds of the young to subvert. That's a big thing. Subversion. They're subverting some crap. And I also like Joe. I also like that Joe said that this has happened. And it has happened. That's why we live in the People's Republic of America, which is communist, which is highly communist. This also, I gotta, sorry, but this does show the limits of like using psychedelics to enlighten yourself, because this, if you put the littlest bit of thought into this, it just immediately falls apart. Because Joe's applying this to like colleges today, these hotbeds of communism, American colleges, where people mostly go to try to make more money back. They see college just purely as an investment. But anyway, the idea is like, oh, there's all these people, they're agents, then they're trying to spread, to overthrow, to subvert. They're professors at colleges are agents trying to subvert American culture. And I don't know, we got to get their ass or something. How exactly do we know if they're agents? Like, how would we spot the difference between somebody who just is not sharing the right-wing views of Joe, or maybe they're just leftists because they read books about it and they agree with it, and an agent? How would we spot these subversives exactly? I don't know. We got to root them out. We got to smoke them out. I think that's just somebody who has a different opinion than you. Maybe they're on the left and you're on the right. No, they're an agent. We got to smoke their ass out. It's kind of a little bit seems like a slippery slope. But this is what I love about Joe, is that like over and over again, he's like, people fall for these narratives, man. People fall for
People get stuck to their stories, bro.
People get stuck to their stories, and Joe's like repeating basically like a Cold War Red Scare. There's a agent, there's a KGB agent around every corner story. And that's why we love Joe and why we say,
Praise God.
For Joe.
And so they're trying to get funding, they're teaching, they're juggling a million different things if you're a legitimate academic. So these other ones who are ideological and have nothing better to do publish these crazy papers that make no sense.
Oh.
And they have all the time in the world to basically subvert the younger generation and to indoctrinate these kids.
Right. KGB
so I really
agents.
just think everything is going to have to burn.
Hey, Debbie. KGB agents, I said. Secret agents. Secret agents trying to subvert what? The country?
Praise God.
We need to name some of the names of these secret agents. I'll name one.
C.K. Louis.
He's a subversive. Goddamn Joe needs to do something about this. He has this club in Austin, the Comedy Mothership. Why not do a weekly show? The Comedy Mothership hearings on un-American activities or something like that. Okay, let's do more learning on the Joe Show. Here we go.
I guess I feel in my position and being so privileged to be on your show to draw awareness to this, because I think there's so much talk culturally about grooming.
Whoa.
People talking about how they don't like groomers, and I agree. I think a lot of education. I used to be very much in favor of sex education for kids. I'm a little bit questioning that now because I see how that is also being used for ideological subversion.
Right.
But I think...
Hey, Debbie, can I speak? By the KGB agents.
Good God, the subversives have gotten into every part of society.
I did not know this, that the KGB agents have also gotten into schools, and they're using sex ed to subvert the nation.
I used to be very much in favor of sex education for kids. I'm a little bit questioning that now because I see how that is also being used for ideological.
I would like to see her and Joe's studies and evidence on this. But it's pretty scary. The KGB agents have also gotten into what the hell is this thing called? The Journal of Adolescent Health. What the hell is this study called? 3 decades of research. The case for comprehensive sex education. Comprehensive education. Results. Outcomes include appreciation of sexual diversity, dating and intimate partner violence prevention, development of healthy relationships, prevention of child sex abuse, improved social/emotional learning, and increased media literacy. Those seem good. Those all seem like benefits of sex education, but again, this probably was written by a secret agent.
And you're like,
What are you, an anti-vaxxer? What are you, a conspiracy theorist? You fool.
Whoa.
Darwin's going to do its work with you.
Joe! Oh no, alert, alert. Joe's gone full Jim Brewer mode.
Praise God.
Okay, so that's about as much as I could take of Joe and Debbie. So, Joe got a big guest here, and I did not crop this wrong. He's just all shoved to the side in this shot. Come on, man, get that angle on point. Get that angle on. But this is one of the big directors, Tyler Sheridan. He did what kind of crap did he do? Hell or High Water, pretty good movie. Yellowstone. I think he did the thing where Sylvester Stallone is a gangster. He's like a mafia guy, and he goes to like a small town. I watched some of that, and I gotta say, it's probably one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. I do like some of this guy's stuff, but good God, was that thing unwatchable. Thank you. But this is amazing. You got a big director. Joe can talk about whatever he wants to this goddamn guy. Let's see what Joe talks about.
well, that's the Yuri Bezmenov thing.
Oh,
You've seen that
Joe,
video, right?
not
On YouTube?
again.
Yuri
No.
Oh, you haven't? It's amazing.
Let it go, Joe.
It's a guy in 1984. He's a defector from the KGB. He's explaining the ideological subversion that
you're
they've
frozen,
imparted
Joe.
in these American institutions, how they've done that, exactly what you're talking about, how they started injecting Marxism and Leninism, and he's talking about how many generations it takes before you destroy the morale of the country and all faith in
Absolutely.
democracy. And it's essentially what we're seeing now. But he was saying, it has already begun.
You're
This
frozen.
ideological subversion. I'm not shocked.
Me either.
I mean, if you think about all the things that we do to manipulate other countries, I'm not
Absolutely.
shocked that someone would do that and manipulate us, and
Yep.
that they would do it through
Spies around every corner, yes.
education institutions. That's the way to do it. You have
Subversives,
kids,
yes.
and then you train them as they leave, and then they go into the workforce.
Yep.
They have these ideas like burned into their heads, and that's probably what all this gender confusion shit is. This giant uptick of it. It's literally probably engineered.
Absolutely.
And I think
By
that's
spies.
also
Joe, Jesus, Joe, am I allowed to speak? By spies, I said. Soviet spies, you son of a bitch.
Praise God.
I'm sure we are.
It's a psyop, right?
Yeah, I'm sure we're doing it
Tyler.
too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that Tyler Sheridan and Joe are really vibing here. Why doesn't Tyler Sheridan make a show out of this? I mean, Joe's wildly popular. Have Joe in this show. It'll be Joe. Check this out. Listen to this. Who wouldn't watch this show? It's Joe and Sylvester Stallone. They go undercover. They pose as students and they go back to college. You know, one of the professors looks at Sylvester Stallone. He's like, "How old are you?" I'm 18 years old. I'm 18 years old. I'm 18. Sylvester Stallone has like a Billie Eilish shirt on, you know, all this crap. And then they capture these secret agent professors and they bring them in front of a trial at the Comedy Mothership in Austin. And they try them for un-American activities. That would be a good show. Okay, was I calling him Tyler? What's the guy's name? Taylor Sheridan. God damn it. God damn it. And
Praise God.
Taylor Sheridan. Oh, he really starts to cook with this crap. Check this out.
Yeah.
You have to see it.
Paul Harvey, you know who that is?
Sure.
Yes, I do.
So he did a thing, God, back in the 60s or 70s, and he equated it to the devil. And maybe it is. Or you could also say it's just that. But he did a radio piece on how to destroy America, the
Right.
social fabric of it.
Right.
Wow.
And it's as though somebody just took America,
Everything.
the social fabric of America from the late 60s to today,
Amazing.
and the timeline of the things that he said. It's pretty wicked. It's pretty powerful.
Oh my God, I love this. I actually do love this. I love Paul Harvey. Not because he said anything interesting, which I don't think he did, but Paul Harvey was a radio guy. He was like a radio guy forever. And this guy like leaned into the radio voice so hard. It's the funniest thing. Hello, this is Paul Harvey. Like that kind of thing. It's insane. And he's the greatest. Okay, before we get into this video, check out Paul Harvey's sign off. Listen to this.
In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing. Paul Harvey. Good day.
What is Paul Harvey? Good day. Okay, let's watch this video that came true from 1965. Here we go.
So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States.
Oh,
I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve. Do as you please.
That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible.
Praise God.
To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around.
Good morning, Americans. A beautiful day across the whole USA.
That guy rules. We got to bring this crazy old-timey radio voice back for the YouTube Zoomers, you know? Hello, YouTube. Now for you, a video by Playboy Cardi. Bye-bye.
Praise God.
Okay, I love Joe's reaction. They're watching this Paul Harvey video from the 60s. Check out Joe's reaction.
With diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing.
Holy shit.
Praise God.
1965.
But guys, we do have to,
Praise God.
for the Joe program, you know, he gives us a lot of gems. And here's the final clip of this episode of Joe. Joe's one of those guys, Dave Rubin is kind of like this, who has a subreddit that's just devoted to making fun of him. And they really liked this one. This is like an amazing clip. You know, but keep in mind, Joe's whole thing is like, man, people get stuck on their stories, their narratives. And then you could give them all the evidence and they just stick to their stories. Check this out.
And I didn't even send it to you because I'm like, I can't even, I have to talk with you about this.
Oh, okay.
Is Canada's overall life expectancy.
Oh.
Yes.
It might be the craziest statistic in the world right now. You've seen this, right?
Yes.
Went
Since
down.
1930, of course, it goes this way,
goes
this
up.
way, this way, this way, because you fucking live longer because fucking technology and medicine.
Right,
and then
and then-
2020 it levels, and then it starts to go down.
Down.
It's down 2.5 years since 2020, which is
Whoa.
unheard of.
Yeah.
Unprecedented. What could that possibly be from?
I don't know, Tony.
Weird.
So strange. It's not like there was a gigantic medical intervention that was forced upon the pop.
I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, it's like a next level being stuck to your narrative situation. What could have possibly happened in 2020 to lower life expectancy in a bunch of countries? It's kind of funny. Just go to the Reddit. It's the Joe Rogan subreddit. This one's called Rogan and Hinchcliffe Explain Why Canada Life Expectancy Fell. Just read the responses. You know, people point out all the problems with their like anti-vax thing here. But that's not the funniest part. The funniest part to me about this is that they're like, man, you know, stuff's bad for you. Stuff's bad for you. Hold on, let me take a drag of this cigarette indoors.
I am not putting that in my body.
But that's Joe. We love him. You know, he's on there, whatever, doing whatever he wants.
But guys, oh my God, did you forget that it is Friday?
You know what we'd be doing on Friday? A little bit of this. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. A little bit of this.
Violent crime.
A little bit of this.
Praise God.
A little bit of this.
The man asks me a hard question.
And a little bit of this.
I'm leaving.
But guys, that's all for today. Good day.
Love you guys so much. Bye-bye.